good, YouTube? It's your boy Dev back again for another first listen. First listen? No, yeah, basically first listen. Y'all know what that is right there, please. Today, man, we are going to take a listen to Aminé. Y'all know I say it differently, but it is pronounced Aminé. That's the correct pronunciation. He has a new album called Limbo. The art is kind of cool, man. You know, definitely a different look from you know, Aminé as he's getting older in rap. This is now his third studio album, I believe. He had the Caroline one, that was the first one, and then he had the last project, which I believe was 1.5. That's the one that Reel It In. You know, that was my shit, that Reel It In. So I feel like as Aminé has, you know, evolved in music, he's definitely gotten better and better. Even one would say that he is underrated, and you know what he does. His stream numbers are definitely there. You know, looking at his stream numbers, he definitely has a solid fan base. And I think that when you get to a point where you're so successful, you can kind of just do anything you really want. You know, there's not really any pressure because now financially he doesn't have to worry about anything. Now he just has to worry about his product, his quality, because you know, that's kind of just the next level. You find your purpose in life. Everybody's chasing a great job, the cars, the house, and the money, and then after that, you then have to find purpose once you you know, achieve all that. So I feel like with Aminé, a lot of people are giving this album a lot of praise, saying it's very great. I see features on here with Jid, Charlie Wilson, Young Thug, Vince Staples, Slow Tie, Summer Walker, you know, Injury Reserve, RP to Grogs. I feel like, at least for me, you know, Aminé is always going to be one of those artists where I'm on, kind of like a Schoolboy Q, always on my radar. I'm listening to it. I understand that he's not at the top. But he's getting better and better as album goes on. And I feel like he's just been very consistent. So, with that being said, man, we're going to take a listen to this. I've already listened to 2 tracks. I was on the fence of doing this on stream or actually doing a regular video. But the fact that I've already listened to 2 of these tracks, and, you know, one is basically a Kobe track with 30 seconds. I said, you know what? I can listen to a 10-track album on, you know, for y'all. I know a lot of Aminé fans been waiting for me. I haven't really done an album of his live. So, that's how we're going to do it. But like always, man, talk too much, man. We got Limbo by Aminé. Y'all ready? Alright, man, the first track we got is called Burden.
Look. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I like, I can't do it. That's a little high for me, but I like that little background. You know, kind of give that little old school soul. You know?
Your skin darker, shit gets harder. This so black album, like Sean Carter. Screaming like I'm Rico, moshing like I'm Steve-O. Type to call a girl a bitch and she don't give him play.
I heard that, man. I always wondered that too. Like, why? Look, when you don't get no play, I never understood this too. Like, I never said it. Like, sometimes I take it, like, again, I know sometimes the little girls can be catty and whatnot. But, like, if a girl tell you, like, nah, I'm not interested, or, like, nah, I'm good, like, psh, you know, like, and you just hit it with a, psh, all right, like, but the fact when you feel so prideful that you gotta attack because you feel attacked, that's narcissistic shit. That's narcissistic motherfucking personality right there. And you gotta feel like, you know, man, well, fuck you then, bitch. I'm done with you now. That's what I want with your ugly ass anyway. Bro, it's not that serious, all right? Once you understand in this world that you're not gonna get everybody, that's how you level up, all right? That's also how you level up with chicks. That's how you figure out what your game is. When you understand that every girl in this world is not going to come to you and you not going to get every girl in this world, you accept that, then guess what? There's 7 billion people on this earth. There's more male than female, so there's about 2 billion people on this earth that are females at least. Trust me, there's gonna be other ones.
8 years, maybe 10 and up. Soccer moms do the same, but government don't give a fuck. You know I'm hailing from that rip city. Get busy if I die. Coldplay playing Yellow live.
Coldplay playing that Yellow. You know what I'm saying? Coldplay that Yellow. I love that shit. That's that track right there.
Translating losses before Twitter go and soak it up. Be so cold, it made them mean they wanna open up. Trying to get on essence. Man, I don't take suggestions. God gave me them blessings.
I feel like, at least for me, man, I know exactly what he's talking about. It's kind of just like when I used to be listening to Kid Cudi and kind of just didn't give a damn about the world, really. Like, you in limbo. And that's why with the album, it's called Limbo, and it's this burden. But, like, when you in limbo, man, you know, he said it in the track right there. Like, you kind of just don't even worry about your surroundings. You kind of just moving. You know, the world is, at this point, 2020, we can all agree that 2020 has been the craziest year that a lot of us have lived through. And at least for me, man, I'm just in limbo. Honestly, like, I'm just in limbo, bro. At this point, I'm kind of just like, you know, I'm not even really here. I'm in Tsukuyomi at this point, if you want to put it into a anime perspective, I'm in Tsukiyomi. You know what I'm saying? Eternal Tsukiyomi right now. Infinite Tsukiyomi. Because I feel like right now, shit is just not really affecting me when it should, because I've become so desensitized to everything that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Bomb went off in Lebanon. Prayers, but I'm kind of just like, what else? What else 2020? At this point, what else? Because this shit is crazy. Track 2 is Woodlawn.
That chick, boy, came a long way from that Woodlawn Park. Now you gon' mean it, push to start. Mr. Yellow Man, got myself a little jam in my fitty in Japan, cause I do this nigga R.I.P. Kobe. You was like a dad to a nigga, so I'm sad my nigga had to get you tatted on me. I keep the niggas that I trust by my side. Watch what you spend, cause my mama need rain in my neck. Gotta look like a freezer. I keep
Hey, I told y'all that. Woodlawn. He told her, go ahead, swipe the Visa. But be careful, because I still gotta pay my mama rent, and I gotta have some ice that's cold as a freezer. I always tell y'all, look, I got James on right because I can do that, right? But it ain't nothing crazy like how I see all these rappers do, right? I always say this, man, because it's wild to me that everybody thinks about this appearance, and I say this in a lot of videos. Look, the appearance does not matter. At the end of the day, this is what we are, humans. So again, I understand that we all have at least a little bit, some more than others, that we want to impress other people. A lot of people like to say they do it for themselves, right? I had this conversation. Some people, the people that argue with me are also the people that are in denial of themselves. Because look, when people say that, oh, I buy this stuff to make me feel better, it makes me feel good. So why'd you buy the Gucci? Why'd you buy the Louis? Why not buy the Skechers? Why not buy the K-Swiss? You know why you bought that Gucci? Why buy that Louis? Because that's power, that's status, and you know that's going to get you attention. Not that because it's the swaggiest shit around, it's because it's literally power. It's a name brand power name. That's why you got that shit. So when I tell people that they buy all this shit and they buy all this stuff and they want to be all fancy and whatnot and blah, 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 because either you're doing two things. You're either to impress women, and I'm going to tell you right now, women don't give a fuck. If you look good, they going to fuck you for funny. If you got a personality, they going to fuck you regardless. I tell you right now, they'll fuck you in some goddamn New Balance Skechers. I promise you that, bro. I promise you. If Michael B. Jordan wore some Skechers, he's still gonna get some play. Or you doing it for other niggas. Because people like to, for some reason, especially in black culture, right? Hood fabulous, hood rich. You wanna flex on the next person, on the next dude. You wanna flex. I got them nice Jordans. I got the off-white Jordans. You can't flex. You can't touch me. Yeah, you like this? Swaggy. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, there's a lot of people that really don't. For me, my guilty pleasure is a car. I want to get in that bitch. I want that bitch to hurt. I want that bitch. I want you to see me pull up when I get that Audi R8 later on. I want that bitch to hurt. I want you to see that shit. So when I tell people back then, man, they be like, oh, blah, blah, I don't do it. I do it for myself. I got that Gucci fit for myself. Like, shut your ass up, bro. It's not for yourself, all right? It's for somebody else, all right? Period.
This shit is so hard that I make a hate nigga do the motherfucking diss face. Fly ass nigga handsome.
I've still not yet listened to Lil Tecca. I still have to do the first listen. I like the flute piccolo recorder, whatever you want to call it. And when the flute piccolo is always going to play a big role in music nowadays. I feel like Metro has started that shit and it's been an ongoing thing. And the guitar as well. So the wind instruments and the guitar have definitely played a role. I always tell you, look, classical shit is always going to, no matter what, that's why it's classical. That's why it's called a classic. All right, classical instruments, the guitar, violin, flutes, they will always sound great. Throughout the times, they will literally sound great until something else gets created. But I feel like with Aminé, man, again, he was talking about Kobe, and the next track is Kobe. Let's let the Kobe track play for a little bit.
Felt like a piece of my childhood go with that nigga, and like I completely I'm 26.
So I agree with that, man. Like I'm 29 now, about to be the big 30 this year. If y'all didn't know, it's been a long time. Been doing YouTube for 5 years now. That's why I really don't care now. Well, if you're not gonna rock with me, I'm only getting older, bro. I can't be dwelling in all that shit all the time, bro. Like I gotta do me at some point. Anyways, man, I felt the same way, man. I was sleeping, I woke up from a nap, and I got woken up, and then I was with my homegirl, and she was like, Dev, guess who died? I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you would never guess. I'm like, who? And I thought it was I was like Kendrick Lamar, because that was the one thing that was shocking me. I was like, Kendrick Lamar, it has to be Kendrick Lamar. And she's like, Kobe. And I was like, for the times I've said Kobe, and for the times I've said, I've done, it's crazy that I understand how people will felt, because it's like their childhood hero. Like, now everybody has LeBron James. Like, when LeBron James retires, it's going to be felt. It's going to be, the impact is going to be felt. And it's coming sooner than later than y'all think. And I think that's really crazy when you wrap your head around it, because, my generation, we grew up around Kobe. Like, I saw Jordan play, but I wasn't old enough to witness. That was 90, 96, 92. You know, I was still under the age of 10. So it's like, when you really think about that, Kobe was a lot of heroes to a lot of people. So I think that's why it really hurt. You know, I feel like artists like Chester Bennington, I feel like when Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole go for me, that's going to be sad. When Andre 3000 goes, that's going to be sad. Lupe Fiasco, like, that would hit me. But I feel like Kobe was just such a superstar around the world. Everybody know Kobe. You know, Kobe was used everywhere. I feel like you got to just, it hurt. And especially somebody like Aminé. Aminé, what, 27, 26, 25? So, like, he was also there, you know, feeling that. So I kind of think that's crazy, man, when you think about that. Next track is Roots, featuring Jid and Charlie.
It's all fun and games till it happens like a base got cursed. Yeah, cell keep ticking on me like I'm 617. Yeah, my cousin, so I told me acquired her. I had to get a baby who could make me get wired up. You know I'm about that act. We awake the dead. She likes my third eye. She loves my third leg. This my third time around the world. Get your ass up out that grass and stretch your limbs. Photosynthesis, I see the future picture, take a glimpse.
I can't believe Charlie Wilson still making music after all this time. I think that's really more surprising to me. But hopefully Jid is going, you know, I know Jid been going through stuff, so hopefully his situation and his mental is a little bit clearer now. I know it's been a rough 2020 for a lot of us. That track was definitely one of those chill tracks. I would have loved to see Smino on that track. If you guys want to ask me who I thought my feature choice would have been, I would have definitely loved to see Smino on there because I feel like Smino could have just did his thing on there. But definitely Roots is a cool, very track. I see the vibe of the album so far. The vibe of the album is going to be very hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, not boom bap, but like very kind of just, you know, he's going to use a lot of instrument, a lot of old school soul going to be hitting there, like, you know, a lot of chill shit. So I'm vibing with this because hearing Shimmy and Compensating, I was already excited about the album. You know, I definitely can hear, you know, Aminé step up, you know, his level in production and even in, you know, lyricism and just overall just how he's rapping. I feel like Aminé is just getting better and better as he's understanding the game and what is going, his sound that's going to stick to him because he's always had a raw talent of rapping, but, you know, I just wasn't a fan of like the Caroline, you know, that wasn't my shit. You know, very addictive bop, but just for me, I'm kind of just like, nah, that's just not for me. But I can definitely see now where he's finding his sound and he's just moving forward and doing his thing. I can't even hate on that shit. So track 5 is Can't Decide. Okay, T minus.
If it's you or I, baby, with me. Tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to do. You say you love me, but you don't give a clue. I can give a singing. I get imperfections I don't like. You chase rumors, hating the advice. I could give a fuck about them lies. Then little mommy, you tripping, Wallahi. We fuss and we fight, then we fuck the next morning, get headed.
What does Wallahi mean? I know that Wallahi, you know, Drake says it all the time, and I know that's kind of, I'm not hip and shit like that. So what does Wallahi mean? Get in the comments below, let me know.
All I know is you save me loving right.
You got the electric, the Spanish guitar, electric guitar, and Spanish guitar. And I feel like our acoustic guitar could be acoustic guitar as well. But I feel like right there, you know, Aminé got his little bag right there. He did that one for the ladies. Again, I like the direction he's going. He's giving us different flavors of everything. You know, hip hop heads, and then you also got to slow it down for later. Look, you got to understand, it's 2020. All right, you just can't give us. One thing I say about rap albums, it just can't be a rap album. You just can't have fully rap albums. And if you is gonna have a rap album fully, it got to be short. Like keep it at like how Freddie Gibbs be doing it. Keep it at 10 tracks. All right, how Pusha T did it. Keep it at 10 tracks because eventually people gonna get bored. Like, all right, this is a little too weird. You know, you got to have something that's going to be a little sexual. You know what I'm saying? Like look at Black Album with Jay-Z. He mentioned Black Album. That was the first time I heard him on. But like he had change clothes and go. Like you know what I'm saying? Sexy, sex. You know, like you get something like that to kind of just give the album, you know, just to offset it. You know what I'm saying? Offset the album. Petite. Now, track 6 and track 7 are the tracks I've already heard. Shimmy, I believe, is already on my channel. Yes, it's already on my channel. I will put that at the end of the video. But Compensating with Young Thug, I know I saw the video of y'all. I like that. You know, I had to like bloom, 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 bloom. You know, I had a little sound like
You know that I'm never too proud to beg.
Eat a little cheese like snack, baby. The orange black seats.
I eat the little cheese like snack, baby. That was pretty funny. But yeah, we also got Shimmy as well, which I felt like was.
So mommy want them Minaj. Y'all niggas really hate it. Get off my dick and my balls.
That's a Minaj though. Get off my dick and my balls, cause that's still 3. Dick and my balls, that's 3. You know what I'm saying? So he's still talking about them now. I like that. I gotta say, man, those 2 tracks right there were definitely great singles to lead up to the album. I think that was a perfect fit that he had. I think that, you know, having Young Thug was also a shocker to a lot of people because I did not think that, you know, Young Thug has been featuring on a lot of projects. He's just becoming the new 2 Chainz, and I don't have a problem with it. I like featuring Young Thug. Featuring Young Thug is usually fire. You know, especially look when we listen to that Gunna. You know, you already know. I follow a nigga on Instagram, I tell you. But that Thugger on Gunna, Dollars on My Head, and One on My Watch, or Of My Watch, that shit was fire. Thugger was giving his. That was Vince's Thug right there. Track 8 though, Pressure in My Palms, featuring Slow Tie and Vince Staples. Now I've never listened to Slow Tie, and I know he's from the UK, right? Because a lot of people told me to do Slow Tie for the UK first listen. So I've never heard Slow Tie, and we all know Vince Staples be doing his thing. So this is actually gonna be a very, very, you know, interesting feature.
Punkin' niggas way before there was punk, nigga. Smoking Ashton Kush, so I calm down, nigga. We don't wanna hear your mixtape, my nigga.
More pressure in his hands than Arthur. Is he talking about King Arthur with Excalibur, or like? I don't know. He could be talking about something else. I'm just being a geek.
Bitch, Saks Fifth. This is Metal World Peace before the peace came, bitch.
This is Meta World Peace before the peace came. Meta World? Oh my god.
More from Weasley into gynecology. Your pussy ass peachy.
I hate the bitch you think a baby finna keep a nigga. Where?
I think that's toxic as well. Like, if a girl think that a baby is going to keep a nigga, I feel like that is so selfish and that's so immature on both parts. That's why you can't be getting to like that. I really do know girls right there that be like, oh my god, I had experience with that. But I really know girls like that literally just trying to be like, no, you're not going nowhere. I'm about to have this baby, and then I'm about to throw child support. Like, it's so toxic, bro. I pray to God that none of you guys ever have to go through anything like that in your lives. Do not do anything until you are ready. I preach to you guys, please. Do not have kids until you are ready. Because I tell you right now, if I had kids right now, I would not have no money. Like, I would not. I tell y'all.
Booty on 100,000, big headed, barely fit her weave around it. North. I blow the smoke in your face. You niggas think you running shit, but running in place. I'm taking the base, yeah, I'm taking it home. I'm a hola, 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 yeah, nigga feel Spanish. Passive aggressive niggas who.
He just said, hola, 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 yeah, I felt Spanish. And I feel like right now, when you don't know, you know when you don't know Spanish, you're not a Spanish motherfucker, you just be like, hey, what you know? I know hola. Hola, what, hola. Buenos dias, hola. That's all I know.
How could you hate on us? Come on, homie, we major. Come on,
homie, we major. You know what's really mind blowing? I love that track, by the way. I love the transition. I don't know how I feel about Slow Tie yet. I definitely gonna do my Slow Tie first listen, but you know what people say, like, I laugh when we talk because he referenced We Major in that track, and you know, featuring Nas. What's crazy is like We Major is probably low key in the bottom 5 of that amazing album. Late Registration is hands down my favorite Kanye album. If I had to rank it, Late Registration is his best album today. I know a lot of people like to say Bar Beautiful, Dark Twisted Fantasy. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, between Late Registration and the Deluxe, it's probably one of the, like, there's a lot of albums, if you think about it, that aren't great, that are 23 track albums. I think Late Registration was either 23 or 22. But, and I'm including the Deluxe, of course. But before the Deluxe was 19. For him to have that album and being as long as it was an amazing experience, because I can start Late Registration, skits included as well. Some of those skits are better than people's tracks. And you go from start to finish, and the way the album flows and everything, and then We Major plays. Oh, bro, We Major is one of my favorite tracks, but there's just so much heat on that project that it's at the bottom. That's how crazy it is. We Major is literally a bottom 5 track on that album, and a lot of people are gonna be disrespectful. I'm not being disrespectful because something has to be at the bottom. All right, there has to, between 20 goats, one of the goats has to be number 20. But I'm just saying, like, you get into that album and between is the bottom 5, and that album can literally be somebody's single and go #1. I feel like, and it's crazy when like Kanye is just Kanye. I didn't mean to get away from Aminé, but I'm just saying Kanye is just Kanye. It's amazing what he's done in hip hop, and I just had to bring that up. That's crazy. But I like Vince Staples, how he had it on. But I was like, again, I didn't know who Slow Tie was. I didn't know what kind of artist he was. I got a little glimpse into him, so I can see where he's coming from. Hold on.
Perfect, you know that we both got some baggage. I was calling your mama.
I think that's another thing why I'm scared of like getting in a relationship or anything like marriage or whatnot, because also people think that marriage is just for a whole bond thing. Like, no, I tell people right now, if you tell a girl to get a prenup and she says no, I'm not getting a prenup, that means you don't love me. But guess what? I guess that don't mean I don't love you, because I'm not getting I'm getting a prenup. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now. If I make people can't tell me if Tiger Woods made $1 billion. And I don't care what y'all say in this world. They said that his wife deserved $500 million. All right, I don't care in what world. Oh, she stayed home. She took care of the kids and blah blah blah. Okay, give her ass $100 million and keep that shit moving. Shit, I'm being nice right there. Give her ass $50 million and keep that shit moving, because everybody says that the lifestyle has to remain the same and blah blah blah. You have to pay for the alimony. That's the biggest bullshit I've ever heard in my entire life in this world, and I think that's the biggest bullshit that I go through, and that's why I would never let. It would never ever be like that at all, because I would be damned if I give you that everything that I work for and I put my hard blood, sweat, and tears. Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. No disrespect, but you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. I'm telling you that right now. I am not giving up $500 million. You know what? You gotta kill me. You gotta kill me. I gotta go, because I'm not giving it up. I promise you, I'm not. And you know the way to solve that is just don't get married. Keep it like that. Very simple. If you drink Dasani, bro, I can't fuck with you, bro. Dasani's so trash as a water. And y'all say water all tastes the same. I'm gonna tell you right now, Dasani do not taste like nothing, because they put salt in that shit. That shit is trash. I'm letting you know right now. I think we can all say, man, where is the album Rihanna? But showing Riri, but you're not a savage. I agree with everything I said about marriage in there. Also, y'all gotta be careful. Young kings, be careful out there. I'm telling you right now. Keep your money in your pocket. Shit, fuck around and have to give it to somebody else, and I'll be damned. I'll tell you right now, I'll be damned. I'm telling you. Next track is Easy, featuring Summer Walker.
I know this ship is sailed and this is dead. I'm singing R.I.P. I'm singing R.I.P. In R.I.P. I'm singing R.I.P. Some fucking. And the sex is still compatible, but I ain't got a manual for trusting.
I like that one. I like this one. I like the trumpet build up that he had. It might have been trumpet, it might not. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think it was a trumpet. I just like how he had that going on in the track. Summer Walker was a great feature on there to have a slower vibe. Again, you have to have slower vibes on here. That's why I feel like when you get Roots and then you get Easy on here, that's kind of just the slower track. Even Riri was another track that was kind of just for the ladies, very slow down, very mellowed out. Something definitely different from Shimmy or whatnot, and so you can hear these tracks like that. I like the direction that he's going. He's just giving you different elements of what he can do, and I think that's what a lot of people don't really get that. And also at a perfect number of 14 tracks, I think that this is just a perfect number. This album, I'm not saying right now is like anything, especially it's my first listen, but I'm just saying it's just kind of just chill. I like what I'm hearing right now. Very crisp work. You could tell that he took his time with it and put effort into it, and I feel like right here is just. These tracks are definitely gonna grow on me, because I like I said, Burden, Woodlawn, Shimmy's already on my playlist. Riri, even Easy for Summer Walker. That's kind of just one of those tracks I can just drive to, going on the way to the beach and shit. So I feel like right there, when you hear tracks like this, Aminé is just finding what sounds great to him, and he's definitely, he takes his craft serious. When you hear his production team too as well. His production has been A1 throughout this project. Track 11 is Mama.
You was working graveyard shifts for the both of us. You deserve a long vacation, a standing ovation. Shout out Miss McCullough for the genius. I'ma take you to the Grammys in a yellow suit. Put you in Chanel just to show 'em how my mama do. Cause you're the only woman in my life who makes me smile. You make me. You told me go back to college, but I went back to Cali. Had to celebrate a couple birthdays without me.
Told you to go back to college, but I went back to Cali. I think that too, man. That's the hardest part when you really think about it, man. A lot of people think that school is the way to go, man. Sometimes it's not really like that. Sometimes when God gives you motherfucking lemons, then your ass got to make goddamn a lemon factory, but not lemonade, lemon factory. Because look, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, for you young kids out there, right? I'm gonna tell you right now, as someone that went to college and then stopped and then didn't, and people can say that I made the dumbest mistake ever, but at the same time, now I'm making more money than a lot of my friends that went to college. Nothing in this life is guaranteed anyway. You can get a job and you can lose your job. Like, look at COVID right now. You can lose your job for pointless, or regardless. I mean, my bad, I used the wrong word, but I feel like when God gives you lemons, or when a sign is in front of you, in life, you're not gonna get too many of those signs, right? I say in lifetime you get about 8 opportunities. God's gonna throw you 8 opportunities, definitely in your prime time years as well. When I say prime time, I mean 20 to 35, because that's what I consider young. And I feel like you got to just take your chances, and the people that take risks get greater rewards. I feel like when you take life passively, you only got one life, man. So you either risk it or you're not. I'm a gambler, so I always risk it, and I feel like it's definitely paid off for me. So I'm not telling y'all not to do what y'all do. I'm just saying, understand when an opportunity is being presented to you, kind of indulge in it, kind of take advantage of it, kind of just figure it out, see what it does for you. Because I feel like right there, man, that could be, you could be the next, millionaire, trillionaire, who knows? You can be the next Bezos if you really think about it. But you got to take that opportunity, and you got to take that leap of faith, right? That's how I feel about it, personally. So there's no references on this track of who's on it, but I feel like that was Charlie Wilson's at the end, or maybe Aminé. Dedication track to his mom. Everybody, you feel that way. You always got to give back. I feel like, you got to understand where you come from. A lot of people don't really reflect. They kind of forget that as you get more money, as you get more, successful in life, you kind of just forget where you come from. And I feel like that's why a lot of people lose their humility. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm gonna say it's a word right now. That's why a lot of people lose their humility, because I feel like when all the stuff that you have now, you kind of just forget. Like, and I feel like for me, double-edged sword, I always told you guys I have a great memory. That's probably one of the positives of the side of the sword, the positive side of the sword, because I feel like I remember everything. So vividly remembering everything that, before, it's kind of just like, damn, like, you know what? It ain't always going to be like this. So, I'm definitely going to enjoy it, and I'm definitely thankful for what it is, for what I have. So I'm kind of just like, I see that. Definitely a great track from Meami, though, man. I love that shit. Track 12 is Becky.
I'm with the mall, I'm fed up with my dogs. I'm fed up with the looks that we get in restaurants. It's not a law, but we ain't the same.
True shit. Can't change the world. It is what it is. We can try, but
Shut down, and I'm tired, so this ain't worth the risk. I said I never bring the white girl home to me.
that's why the track's called Becky right there. I don't agree with that. We gon' y'all can come at me and whatever, we can have this conversation on prior, like whatever. Y'all ain't gonna like what my take is, but I'm a mixed baby. I'm feeling Negro. If y'all know, I'm a feeling Negro. So if your mother is telling don't bring a white girl in here, I feel like that's just as racist as what's that called? Like that's crazy. And I know like white people can't be racist. I get that black people can't be racist, but it's like, if you telling me like don't bring a white girl in this house, like that's crazy to me. I mean, that's just crazy to me. Like, I feel like we need to evolve, and everybody just needs to evolve as people. Like, that's crazy, because I wouldn't be born if that was the case. And you're not gonna tell me I'm not supposed to be born. Straight up. And I'm gonna keep it like that. Next track is Fetus, featuring Injury Reserve.
Shoot it every month and they pretend it's daffodils. My son will probably see that vibe before they put she called it, she want to get on it. I tell her I'm on one. Say we got
times flying on my mind is playing tricks. Can't believe my baby girl's already turned 6. Pray nothing like your daddy, stay away from.
You should be getting money. You should be fucking hoes. You drive fast cars. Then you realize that sometimes you get those things, and now you're just a nigga with those things. It's like eating a grapefruit, and you're like, this is nice with sugar in it. And you're like,
why is this nicer than my Ferrari?
I know, like I always tell you, man, you're either one or the other. You're someone who is very to yourself, or you're someone who cares about what other people think. And It is what it is at the end of the day. You got to understand in life, man, this is how we are. This is how some of us are wired. A lot of us can't be like that. Like for me, like y'all be like, oh, Dev got Crocs on. Dev watches anime. Dev does weird shit. Dev does this. Dev does it. Like, I don't care. Like, I mean, I'm human, so sometimes it gets to me. But I'm, like I said, as I spoke on before, I'm one of those that literally about 5% of it really matters to me, because at the end of the day, I will do everything by myself alone. And you kind of just gotta find your, like I said, you gotta find your purpose, the next step. You know, you could have the fast cars, you can fuck the bitches, you have the money. And I feel like the reason why you, as I, you know, felt some of that, I don't have a Ferrari yet or whatnot. I have a little money in my pocket, and I definitely fucked a lot of bitches. But I feel like when you go past that, it's kind of just like, then you got to find your next step. You got to find your next purpose, because at that point, then you just another nigga that just did all this. Nothing really changes. Now, I think that it's the fact of missing out, or that, you know, the experience factor, I think plays a big role, because a lot of you guys that never have been through that, y'all want that life. Y'all don't know what that is like, so y'all want to feel it. And then when you feel it, then you can then decide if you liked it or not. I understand that. I'm not mad at that, but I feel like a lot of people, like you see with social media now, especially how social media is now, a lot of people care about the clout. A lot of people always say about clout. Like, I laugh when, you know, kids, especially in my comments, they're like, oh, you're just doing it for clout, 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 clout. I was like, bro, I made $20,000 last month. Literally last month. Clout is literally the last thing I care about. I could give a fuck about clout, because what does clout do for me? Clout really does nothing, honestly. It really does nothing. Yeah, if I could have the money without the clout, I'd take the money any day. And I know people out there that say they will take the clout before they will take the money, which is crazy. So I feel like a lot of things go into play when you kind of just now, this era that we live in, where everybody's just so caught up on the opinions and the speculations of others, and I'm kind of just like, I don't really care. If I want to wear a Pokemon shirt and I want to wear a big ass Panda shirt and smile and act like I'm 15 years old when I'm really 30, then guess what? It's just how I'm gonna act. As long as it's following the law, I'm gonna act like that, because I don't really give a fuck. You can't tell me shit. That's just really how it is. And I feel like right there, as much as I don't listen to Injury Reserve, RP Grogs, I didn't say that, RP Grogs, man, I know they lost a lot of people in 2020. I don't listen to Injury Reserve that much, but, you know, I definitely love that track. That track was definitely chill, and I need to listen to more of Injury Reserve. I know there's definitely some gems out there. You guys maybe could put me on for a first listen again, but I don't really listen to a lot of Injury Reserve, so I feel like right there with that track, that was definitely a cool track. Again, understanding. And I like how Aminé is kind of just referencing a lot of artists. You know, G-Unit, The Game, Shakira. Like, he's been, you know, T.I. You know, he's like, he understands that what music has done for him. So I can kind of appreciate that, how he does that. I like how he does that. So that's pretty cool. Last track, though, man, my reality.
Niggas that I used to look up to is getting shook up too. And nigga, you don't know how weird that felt. Look, I went from taxes.
I feel that though. Bro, I just put my extension out. Bro, I never pay my taxes on time. I just put my extension in because the taxes be crazy, bro. I swear to God, the saying is really true. The more money, more problems. I'd be like, yo, I don't even want to do this shit. Like, why? I don't want to give you $20,000. What the fuck do I look like? I don't want to give you $20,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. I gotta give you that. I spent it all. Shit, I can't. I let you hold something. I ain't got it though. Like, I ain't got it.
To say we all dream, but to live this way.
Yo.
And my fantasies looking like it's reality.
That's the playlist. Oh my God. Got the yay vibes.
In my brand new range, the grapefruit fills a void I can't explain. They be like, what's that? My nigga, I be like, that's a banana.
Oh, that puts me into your shit. And then how he brought the grapefruit reference again, because he talked about the end of Fetus. He said the grapefruit, when you peel the grapefruit, and you're like, damn, this shit kind of good, you know? And then you realize, like, this shit is better than the Ferrari. I think the comparison he was trying to make there is it's like, when you realize sometimes smaller things are better than like bigger things. I tell you right now, man, as much as I do love a fast car, I love getting in my car, and, you know, it's nice. But I tell you right now, there's nothing beating the feeling of a Saturday morning and, you know, grabbing, a big pallet of sushi, a boat of sushi, and having, $30, $40 worth of sushi right in front of me, turning on my favorite anime on Saturday and watching my animes while eating sushi. There is nothing that beats that feeling. Sometimes, of course, because I feel like I'm in my own space. I'm in my own shit. No one can tell me nothing. I'm just happy. Like, shit like that. Like, I feel like that's when it becomes something that you can't replace. Like, feelings like that take over materialistic things. To a degree, of course. All right. look, to a degree. I'm saying I'm on, like I like how being in the house. You don't want to be poor. I understand that, but I'm just saying to a degree. So I feel that, man. This track right here is exactly like this talking your shit. You feel that, but I like he said banana chain link. That's fire. I like that.
Glass half full from the joy that they bring. Living out the world.
Real shit.
Who would have thought we'd live with a sunsets, living a dream that still isn't done yet. I'm living out my faith. Who would have thought we'd live with a sunsets, living a dream that still isn't done yet. I'm living out my
I always tell you guys that's how you end the album, and I feel like right there was the perfect ending to an album, man. That definitely left me off on a great note with me, man. I love this Limbo album. Like, I don't like love it, but I like it a lot, man. Let me put it that way. I like it a lot, but I love that My Reality track. That track was definitely the finisher that we needed. I think that what people don't really realize, man, what he said at the end of Fetus and what he said in My Reality is, cup half full, and you're not even enjoying what you have, and because you kind of got to realize, man, it's just really as a person, man. I said the same thing on stream the other night where I was kind of sitting back and I was wondering, I'm like, yo, I'm getting all this stuff, I'm receiving all this stuff, and I feel like it's just not doing anything. I don't know what is the next step. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why. I feel like I said this, and I don't mean to flex like this because y'all know I'm definitely, bro. I literally wear the same. I've been wearing the same white, gray, black T-shirt for the last 5 years. You guys know I'm not a flexer, all right? And I tell you guys right now, like, bro, last month I made 20K and I felt like I'm still not successful. As much money as I make, I'm making more money, but I'm not more successful, if that makes sense. Which is crazy to me because it's like, what am I doing wrong on YouTube for me to not grow? And I'm not understanding what I need to do, and I can't be myself more than I already am to grow, so what am I supposed to do, right? So it's kind of just like, damn, when you look at that, like, right now he's living this dream that he never thought would happen. That's crazy when you look at it. Like, while he's not at the top of the tier artist or whatnot, like I said, his stream numbers are there. He's definitely doing fine financially. So it's kind of just like when you look at it, he needs to find his next purpose. He's enjoying the sunset, the life that he never thought he would have. He's kind of living in a limbo. A limbo, again, is like, you just kind of just going through the motions. You're just like, yo, you're this false reality, but it's reality. So it's kind of just like, damn. I think that Amin understands what he needs to do and what's his purpose. He's starting to find out what his purpose is, and he's kind of just moving forward and understanding that he's appreciating life and understanding everything that he's worked for is coming into blossom, and understanding that I'm not forgetting where I came from though at the same time. So I think that's kind of cool, man, when you actually listen to the album and understand that like he's a very down to earth person, man. He definitely reminds me of myself, and kind of said like the people I want to be like when I grow up is J. Cole's. I want to be like the Thundercats. I want to be like the Pharrell Williams, the Andre 3000s, artists like that, because I feel like as they get older, yeah, they're still in their youth, but it's more of so because they just don't care. Look at Thundercat. Look how weird Thundercat is. You would think Thundercat is like 26 years old. Bro, Thundercat is like 38 years old, 37 years old. And the way he acts is meow, 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 like, he's just so chill, and he understands that because he understands that's who he is. I feel like I'm coming into the same reality. It's kind of just like, damn, this is who I am. I'm going to be forever be a big ass kid. I'm going to be some sort of weirdo a little bit. I'm always going to be very eccentric. This is who I am. And sometimes I like, that's just who I am. Sometimes I get really serious. That's just the person I am, and I've accepted that. I'm accepting that more and more as I understand it, and knowing that these materialistic things aren't going to last, and more so that you need to kind of just leave your legacy in life. And I feel like that's what Aminé is kind of just doing here. So I definitely appreciate this project, man. If I had to get a rating, man, it was 8.5 out of 10 first listen. Easily 8.5 out of 10. Probably gonna be one of my, my slept on projects, because I did sleep on the first listen. I'm definitely gonna go back in the whip though and listen to it when we're on a night cruise. Always a night setting always hits though. So yeah, man, get in the comments below, man. What was your favorite track though? Let me know what your favorite track. My Reality is my favorite track, hands down. My favorite track on here. I got it. That left the mark on me. And it always takes one track. If an artist can give you one track that everybody resonates with, then it's an album that can move on. So we're gonna keep it like that, man. Get in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite part of the track. Let me know what was your favorite part of the album, first half or the second half. Let me know what your least favorite track. Again, Aminé, if you guys love him, let me know what your favorite track overall in the past as well. I still hate Caroline. Caroline is a bad track for me. I don't like it, but to each their own. But till next time, it's been with Dad. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share all that good stuff. Follow me so you enjoy here. And until the next time, we are out. Peace.